Hey everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot Shop. I'm here to do a pick a card for our full moon in Capricorn, which is a lunar eclipse coming on July 16th, which is any day now. I think it's coming up Monday, Tuesday time frame. And so we're going to do a pick a card and we're going to see what blessing this full moon is going to bring. I know there's been crazy energies with it being a solar and lunar eclipse so close together in this month. I just want to see what blessing is going to come out of all this and all this energy. And I think we're in a retrograde right now. It's like crazy energy. Crazy. I don't even want to focus on it. So I'm not. I'm going to focus on what blessings are coming to us. So if you want to do pick a message from the angel, you can focus on this one. We have a little Hawaiian luau girl, a singer here, a little Hawaiian girl. And beachy energy, and then we have the white owl. So these are the three items I was guided to pick to do our focus, our energy. So we're going to see what blessing the moon is going to bring in our lives. And I'm going to do an undercurrent as well. So I'm focusing on the angel right now, what blessing this moon will bring us for the angel. Whoa, that was a lot that fell out there. So that could be a message too. There could be a big lumping and blessing coming. A lot of blessing for this group. Let's see. Here we go. I'm not doing reversals. And then we have the Hawaiian girl, singer, and then the owl. And then the undercurrent for everybody. And an undercurrent message for everyone sharing a energy for this moon. And right now, undercurrent. So the undercurrent, oh, a blessing to lift sadness. Beautiful. So a lot of blue. Interesting moth. I've been seeing, yesterday I saw a couple moths. One was really big. I mean, really big moth. And it was slow moving and it was alive. It was just interesting. Now it's coming up on here. So I am gonna read a little bit of that message, number 30. So it's like a 5 of Cups energy, but I want to see if anything pops. Because all the blue, I'm also getting communication coming up here too. A blessing to lift the sadness that cloaks you, yet retain the wisdom and lesson it has come to teach you. It says, sadness is a strange friend, a gloomy mist of feelings that moves through you softly, slowly, stealing the growth and dampening the fire within. It can feel like a death, this farewell to joy, yet within its sorrow there awaits for you a great gift. So when the time comes for sadness to move on, we ask for this blessing to allow it to go slowly, softly, lift from you a diver who has gone down deep beneath the oceans, and as you rise, may it be slow enough for you so you can adjust to the happiness that will begin to flower again in your heart. So I'm not going to read it all. So it's talking about, removing of a dampness in your life, something that may have been cloaking the fire within you, and it going ever so slowly enough that you can kind of regain, it's not like a sudden jolt or a sudden shift. Also the moth, you may want to do a little bit of a moth, like look up messages from a moth spirit animal. I feel like there's a message here for you with that as well. I'm not going to do it myself, but you may, if you want an additional message, you could do that. And the number 3 or 30 is coming up as important. So if you pick the angel, what blessing is coming to you from this full moon? And it is a blessing on a journey. So this could be a literal journey that you're taking, or this could be your spiritual journey in itself. Number 22. I'm going to read a little bit, and I love how the full moon is there. She's holding, looks like a lily. I'm going to put this down. When I read these, I'm going to put these up here. I'm not going to read it all, like I said, because that gets just tedious. You will get the gist of it. Like if you want to travel, there would be a blessing on your travel if you're traveling around the full moon, or if you're going to travel afterward, or you want to take a trip coming forward in the summer months. This year there will be you know, blessing. And like I said, it could also just be, not just be, but it could also be about your spiritual journey. A blessing on your time away from home and on the road. A blessing on the in-between, the liminal space, the borderlands you will inhabit. May the road you take be blessed as you begin this journey into the unknown. For while you may have plans and the map and compass to guide you, there is much that will surprise and amaze you. May the leaving of home be done with ease, knowing it will be safe until you return to its shelter once more. May you experience the joy of anticipation. Let the moment of embarkation be a great thrill when you take flight or board ship or car and or whatever vehicle it is that you will see you safely across the miles, yet there will be elation. May you encounter kindness upon the road, strangers who show you the very best of themselves, and may there be a hospitality and delightful turns of good luck, serendipitous meetings, and quiet moments too, so you can fully absorb the adventures of each day. So again, literally or figuratively, if you are planning on traveling, maybe there will be a surprise trip for some. If you're not planning, and others, this will be on your spiritual journey moving forward. It's a very beautiful message. And we have the Hawaiian girl, what is coming, and it is a blessing for a fresh start. Interesting. It's cold and like blue like this one, so she's got that blue in it too. A lot of blue energy, a lot of throat chakra. For me, it's also Archangel Michael feeling coming up here with these as well. So movement, and this one is fresh start. So I'm just going to put here number 34, which is 7. Blessing for when we must begin a part or even a great deal of our lives anew. A blessing upon you as you strike out from the familiar place, which for all its troubles was a place you knew. May the uncertainty which surrounds you and the fear of what may come be quelled as you bravely take those first steps and begin to create the new life which was always yours, for destiny would have made this so. May you find comfort in the ease with which you find yourself embracing the new, and may the loneliness you encounter become more akin to solitude, a time of re-knowing your own self, and the world no longer can tell you who you are over and over again. May the breaking free of what has tethered you renew your strength, and as you tremble from time to time, wondering if you ought to have stayed within the cage, know you are being watched over and encouraged by the divine ones who wish you all the blessings in the world. So it's a releasing of, it felt like a, you know, I don't want to say self-imprisonment, but there's a releasing of feeling, you know, tethered to something that was, you know, not everything is all bad, but it's going to, you know, let you go, release you from a more, you can see the visual here, it's a colder environment, right? It's feeling more of this dampness, like the winter is that dampness that kind of brings a cloak over. It's giving me that sad syndrome, you know, like if you have that, like if you're in an area where there's a lot of snow and there's not a lot of sunlight, it's like they're almost all kind of reading together. Even her, it's like moonlight, but it's very illuminating. And there's that blue, and it's like a moving away from and out of. But it's like a release of that kind of cold doldrums feeling, you know, all together here. But it's going to bring a new start. Very good. So if you pick the owl, what blessing is coming from this moon? And it is a blessing on your creativity, which I love that, because I have my little chakra, sacral chakra, creativity and confidence candle burning here, which I've already had a creative, I've already had a bit of creative guidance come since I lit that candle, which is rather interesting. But anyway, 19, which is another interesting thing here, because, yeah, it's all kind of interesting. But I'll tell you why. 3 is the Empress. 4, you know, this adds up to 4, which is the Emperor. So masculine and feminine is coming up in a balance, right? And the 7 is the Chariot. Again, this is the 3 and the 4 repeating here, masculine and feminine. And 7 is the Chariot. And it's that balance of that driving force to move forward. And of course, out of, like I said, out of like that colder, damper energy and into more of that fiery energy of the 19, which is the Sun card, right? Into more of that sunlight. 19 is the Sun card in Tarot. I cannot help but utilize the numerology of the tarot. It just doesn't seem to want to stop in my guidance. So sorry about that. Also 9 and 1 9 and 1 is 10, and it is a naturally, again, a new beginning. But it's a beginning that is balanced and moving forward with a desire and drive with the chariot feeling of the 7 to move forward. And there's a good balance of masculine and feminine, which you need to create, right? You need both masculine and feminine to create a new life. So it's all here. So this moon, there's a grand message here, and I'm going to put that in the descriptor to, of course, watch which one you have, but watch the end here and know that there is, this moon is, bringing that energy of balance in within yourself. Yes, if you're dealing with a relationship, it could be that it's bringing that into balance. You're going to move forward in a new direction and create a new life together. It could certainly mean that. But I'm looking at this as about what's happening for you. And there's definitely an inner balance of masculine and feminine, a driving force out of what has been maybe a more colder, could be a literal environment, and you're moving into a more sunny location. But, literally and figuratively as well. And so it's going to allow you to create. And I'm going to bring that little message from this one, and then we're going to close. But there is a beautiful message that unfolded here out of this whole reading as we step back. And it's interesting how Spirit does that. It's like we're looking at each individual card and we're looking at it closely, but then when we reveal them all and we step away, how we see a bigger picture. And that's kind of how Spirit is, right? Like we're down here and we're in the trenches and we're doing things, little things. We're seeing one thing at a time in front of us, but Spirit's high above us and it can kind of see everything in its totality. And there's a message for us here on that as well. And I feel like we're going to be being moved back. We're going to see the bigger picture. We're going to be able to see out ahead of where we're going and where it's all leading and what's coming for us in regards to where we're being guided and what we will be creating from within and perhaps with other people, or perhaps romantical. But that's not the point of this reading. This is really about where you're headed and what you're going to be creating alone or with another. So it says, a blessing to stoke the fires of your creative soul, to bring to birth the dreams that lie in wait within you, a blessing to charge up your gifts so that they can be seen and shine within the world. And it's like that wintertime is that wait, right? It's colder, there's not a lot of that sun energy that's going on, and so it's kind of that incubation type of period where we're kind of waiting, and then the sun comes out and the warmer energy to create. And then, like I said, the 3 and the 4, the masculine and feminine, coming into balance, because we need both of those energies to create anew. So it's definitely all unfolded here. Creativity is a blessing given to all of us. Yours is natural to you as you're breathing. Creativity is a blessing given to all of us. Yours is as natural to you as you're breathing. It is said that some are more creative than others, but for you, this gift is lying in wait now, and it is for you to bring to your dedication and attention so you can arise from its sleep and awaken into the world again. And that's what the other card said. It's talking about bringing us out of more of a slumbering, damped energy and into more creativity. You have creative gifts, the gift of thinking in a new way, seeing things differently, telling a story through clay or wood or gems or words or paint. And in the telling of the story, holding a mirror up to your existence, saying, see, this is the truth of who we are. Creativity is the act of making something and letting it have life. To be a creator is to connect strongly with the divine, for you bring forth into the world what has been unseen until you imagined it. Which I love that, because it starts in the imagination, it starts in the thought process, and then we bring it forth, right? We are the channel, we are the conduit between heaven and the physical. So I love this. I love the message. I'm not going to read all that, but it definitely is unfolded in a very beautiful way for us. So yeah, I hope everyone has a beautiful full moon in Capricorn, and I hope you enjoyed the message. And I myself am reminded to go back. I want to take a look at this moth spirit here and see if there's more of a message coming out. But angel blessings to everyone. Happy full moon, and I hope you enjoyed this message in its totality.